Hi my friends, today we continue to construct this VISE by modeling the main body, the red one, which has this section, and this is what we want to create now. I modeled this already. I made also the drawing, yes, to have all the data for our model. So let's start. We open the body created in the previous tutorial and we add features. The first one is a circle. Over this sketch we place a circle, finish sketch, extrude this 2 millimeters. Okay, this is here, you see this 2 millimeters with the same diameter like the cylindrical body. Now I'll add a fillet with a radius 2 millimeters like this. Good. Now we go here to the back. In order to create this extrusion, by respecting this dimension, which is of course also in the original drawing, you see 70 here for this edge. Yes, we try to respect the original drawing, of course. Sketch 70 horizontal line, dimension of 70, and we project geometry. No, this is not good. Geometry of edges, trim, and now we create the extrusion, which has dimensions 90 minus 2 and minus 64, which is the end of this, you know, from the previous modeling of the small body. Extrude these two profiles. The distance is 90 minus 2 minus 64. Okay. Now we have here a gap. You see, we need to cover, to fulfill that gap. But first, let's eliminate this triangle, pseudo triangle, by F5 to see back here, by projecting this face, and we obtain a line here, and we rotate on the other side to project also this line, which projects as a vertical line. Why? To apply extrude, on this small triangle together with this other small triangle in the other direction, which is a cut, yes, all the way and that direction, yes. Okay, now we have a new sketch here to be extruded to the face. Extrude, not 90 minus 2 minus, but to the part, to next. Yes, you see, we fulfill that gap. Okay, good. Now if you take a look here, radius 25, radius 25, radius 2. And there are other radiuses on the other direction. Yes, for instance, 5 millimeters here, 5 here, and also this and this. But first let's create this cylinder, which is from the 90, 120 with a diameter of 90. Let's create main features and then fillets and so on. 90, diameter, finish sketch, extrude the circle on 120, a dimension in the drawing, also in the original drawing, you see, 120, this is. Good. The other extension is this one, 22 with a diameter of 100. Let's create it here. 100 is a dimension of the main cylinder, so we can use this, but let me place here 100 as you see. Finish sketch, extrude 22. Okay, we apply now that fillets 25, 25 here, plus 5 and 5 here, and around the object, plus 3 millimeters inside, 3, and 3 outside, and also 5 here, plus 5 millimeters and 5 here. Let me see if that's okay. Yes, of course, everything will be okay for this construction. However, I'll add another fillet of 2 millimeters here, 2, even if in the original drawing this is sharp, but I don't think that's good, so I placed also here radius 2 to have a smooth connection between these two faces. I think is better. Good. Now we create another volume, which is this one. You see here, this or this one, with dimensions of 40, the thickness, and 97 minus 12 is this face, which is 85. So, and the length is 90 plus 120 minus 7, because we create it from here to here. We started on this face. Let's start it. A rectangle of 40 tab 85, not 85, 97 minus 12. Yes, we don't invent dimensions. We place this midpoint to the center point. Finish sketch, extrude this, the other direction, but not cut, join of 90 plus 120 minus 7. Okay, this is that volume. Then there is another face here, this one, you see, which is this, which has dimensions. 60 degrees are these two lines, 86 the full width or length, and the dimension here is 104 from the center line, this face. Good. You will remember this, yes? 104. Let's do it. The same face, line, line, another line. We go here and close. This midpoint over this, equal the two, and dimension of 60. Angle of 60. And if we place on the same vertical the midpoint with midpoint, we have a good, what is this is 104, yes, 104. But what is this? Let's see. This is 45. You see, this point is here, 45. Okay, another dimension of 45. Finish sketch. The thickness is 22. You see here. Extrude this, the other direction, join 22. Okay, F6. Next is this disc, yes, which is placed at 106 and has a diameter of 168, and the thickness is, be very careful, 12 plus 1, because there is a small gap here. Yes, and let's create, the diameter is 168. Circle 168 placed on the same horizontal with this point. Horizontal is vertical here because Z is vertical, and 106 from here. Yes, you see, dimension 106. Good. Now I make this construction because I have to draw 1, 2, oh, this is not horizontal, in fact vertical. Because another is this one. I correct this to be horizontal, which means vertical, but it connects two lines. This is the problem. It appeared this edge, so I have to cut, to delete this line, and to draw another one from the point to here, trim this and also this. Yes, nothing is missing. Okay, finish sketch, extrude 13, as I said. Okay, and now that gap is because we want to apply a machined face. This face you see here, this is machined, polished, and there is 1 millimeter here. The diameter of that, the radius is 85. So we make this construction and we create a circle with the radius of 85. Yes, there is a small distance here. Finish sketch, extrude, the other direction, cut indeed, but only 1 millimeter to be polished. Yes, now there is a small gap here. Okay, it looks very nice, but let's see what about the fillets. Radius 5, radius 5, radius 3 here, and also some radiuses, 10 here and 5 here. 5, 5. Okay, let's apply these fillets. So this is 5. Also 5, also 5. All this. Plus this one and this one. And plus this with 10. And on the other side also 10, plus here we have 3 up and down. I think that's all. Yes, let me see once again. Yes, they are okay. Good. Now we deal with this plate. There is a plate here, yes, which is this one, which is dimensioned here 9 millimeters thickness, starting from 40, and the width is 74. Yes, 40, 74, 9. And the length must be here 155. Okay, we use a work plane, this one, origin plane, F7, rectangle 109, tab 155, alignment between this face or line and this line. We move the rectangle here to apply 40 millimeters from the center. Finish sketch. Extrude symmetrical on 74. Okay. Now we take a look to this volume, which is behind that plate. Yes, this. It has two hollows, two pockets on the sides, but we have dimensions. As you can see, this line starts from this point. Yes, but there is a dimension missing here. You have to know that I add dimensions on my drawing when I see that they are missing, so that you have to consider the last drawing as good. I'll show you at the end that drawing, not the first one, because there are missing some dimensions. Nobody is perfect, my friends. Nobody. Good. 5 with for this line. 5 here and radius of 15 at the end. This is what we have to create. We use the same plane of symmetry. We project the two lines here and we draw lines. We start from this very point to here and an arc at the end. Yes. Another line is here. We know dimensions. I want to be sure that this point is on this line, F7, coincident these two, radius 15, five and 5. Fully constrained. Now split this line and we make this construction line. Yes. I also draw here two lines. 1, 2. Now we have a closed contour, so we can finish the sketch. Extrude, symmetrical, on, on 70. Yes, this is not 74 but 70. Okay, now the pockets. You see, no many dimensions are here. Radius 7, distance 8, and tangent here. Yes. And there is another dimension somewhere. Look, this one, 4 millimeters. And be very careful. We have a slope. Yes, here. We'll apply a special extrusion here. Let's do it. You remember dimensions, yes? 4 millimeters is here and 7 and 8. Good. On this face, not the mid plane, F7, I draw a line, a parallel line with this one. You see, if you go to the line, you have the parallelism. Now press the left button of the mouse and create a tangent, then a horizontal, keep pressed and close here. And now we have to add tangencies. One is this one and the other is this one. Dimension 8, radius 7, and tangent this arc to this line. That's all. Not all, because that 4 millimeters was forgotten by me. Good. Now is fully constrained. You always have to see if sketches are fully constrained, and you have here a pin and the text fully constrained. You can check every sketch to see if they are fully constrained. Be careful with this. Finish sketch. What is the depth of the pocket? The depth is 70 minus 20 divided by 2. And we apply a taper, yes, of 5 degrees. Extrude this face, cut, dimensions is 70 minus 20 divided by 2, and the taper is 5 with minus 5. You see, if you look here, you see that there is a slope face on each edge. Okay, F6. Now I apply 2 fillets to apply then mirror, radius 5 and radius 2. Yes, radius 5 and radius 2. Let's do this. This is radius 5. No, this is 2 plus 5. Okay, and now the last 3 features, 1, 2, 3, must be mirrored about this plane. You see? Okay. The other dimension fillets are a radius a missing radius. You see here there is a fillet. What is this? It is missing. I place it here, and you have to remember that radius 5 is. That you have to look at the last drawing in this tutorial as the original, and you have to know how much I work for you. Yes, this drawing is made by me, and there are differences or missing elements here. Yes, where is the radius 5 here? Nowhere. And many other. You'll see when we finish. Yes, good. So radius 5. Let's apply radius 5 to this 2. 5 is already selected. 5 plus 2 on this contour. Yes, and also this, which doesn't have the radius there. So let me apply that fillets, and also here, which has dimension, I am sure of this, and also here. F6. I'll add a radius here to be sure that you will respect it. Yes, I count on you. Dimension. Oh, that is not a radius. That is another element. Radius 2 here, and I don't know why this is not a radius, because see, this one is. This is an ellipse, yes? That's why I cannot place a dimension there. No problem. These are minor problems with our construction. Good. The last elements here are about this guide. Yes, this is a guide 20 with 2 millimeters, and it is not finished to this face, but there is a 10 by 4 gap at the end. Let's apply this guide. We create a sketch here on this face. Construction for all lines. 20 on 2, and this midpoint to be on this midpoint. Finish sketch. Extrude the other direction. Join to the face, to next. Yes, to here. Okay. And now in the plane, in this plane, I create a sketch. F7, a rectangle from this point to the left and down with the values 4 to 10. Finish sketch. Extrude with cut symmetrical all the way out. Okay, and the last is this 2 millimeters, which is already selected, and 2 millimeters here. I hope this is all, my friends. With this, we apply now some oh, there is a hole here. What is this? Let me check the values. This is 68 and this is 66. The depth of this is not dimensioned. If you see it, tell me where it is. So I add this dimension from here to the face. 100. Oh, I remember that I placed it somewhere. No, this is not placed. There are mistakes everywhere. We are surrounded by mistakes. 130. So I'll create counter bore of 68 or 66 through the whole cylindrical body with 130 here. Good. Let's use this face for a hole on this face, on this plane, centered here, not threaded but counterbore through all. Dimensions are 68 tab 130 tab, not tab but directly 66. Yes. Okay, there is a small gap here. Okay, and not finished. We must place here 3 holes. Yes, 3 holes, metric 8, equidistant, with a depth of 20. Nothing is simpler. We select the face, we place a point somewhere here on no line, vertical with the center point, and the distance is half of 84. Yes, 84 divided by 2. Okay, finish sketch. Hole, not counterbore but cylindrical, not through all, 20, metric, so I have to select ISO, how do you say, 8 is this. Yes, not 22 but 20. Okay, and also the circular pattern to create 3, not 6 but 3 equidistant holes. My friends, oh, there is another, there is a hole. You see, there is a hole here. It is dimensioned it is not dimensioned. I told you, nobody is perfect. Dimension from this to this, diameter, yes, and once again click here, hide the dimension value and metric 16. Okay, this is the dimension there, and the depth of this hole is 40. Good. Hole, face, center, 16 and 40. Okay, now I think they are all okay. You see, there is a radius here. forgotten radius. Radius 10 on both sides. And of course there is another fillet, you see here, radius 2. Yes, because this part is cast steel. So I apply here radius 10 and also on the other side, and then plus 2 around this, and here is another radius 2. You will be careful with all these elements in order to respect the memory of Timoteo Carrera Soto, which has created, look here, is 3, not 2. Nobody is perfect. I told you. Again, double click here and 3. Yes? Oh, not there. 2 is this. And control to select this, then apply, and here I apply radius 3, distinct radius from the others. That's all, and enough. Yes, let me select faces to make them polished. These are polished. And also this one, I keep pressed the key Shift. Yes, you have to know how do I select. This is also to be polished, still polished. F6. This is the part, my friends. Let's see what are its data. Main body, eye properties, physical, update, 18 kilograms, and you will check the volume, yes, to be like mine. If you want to respect this drawing, this part, and the memory of Timoteo Carrera Soto, a great engineer with great work. At the end of this tutorial, I want to show you the drawing. This is the final drawing with all dimensions, yes, placed lately, but with great impact and importance, of course. Be careful to respect all these dimensions as I did for you with great pleasure. Yes, this is the drawing. That's all for today, my friends. Be happy and bye-bye.